Welcome to Carrie's Crochet Corner. Today we're going to be making a moss stitch washcloth. Oh, I just heard the bell. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps me out. All right, so if you're a beginner or beyond, you'll really like this project. I consider myself kind of an intermediate crocheter, been crocheting for a while, and I wanted to pick up something that was single crochet and chaining, so easy to do, not a lot of thinking, but it has a really unique style or pattern. So let's get started. Grab your hook, grab your yarn, and join me under the camera. So let's get started making this moss stitch washcloth. Today I'll be using US terms to make this washcloth. We've got some cotton yarn for the border. I used this Sugars and Cream. And we used this Sugars and Cream kind of rust orange color. You'll also need a size H hook, some scissors, and a needle for weaving in the ends. I use this green here for this kind here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel on the bottom right hand corner. That I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get started. Grab your yarn, grab your hook, or just sit back and watch. All right, let's get started with making this washcloth. Slip knot. Put the knot on the hook. And we're going to chain 27. You need an odd number of chains for this project. You can make it bigger or smaller just as long as you have an odd number. Okay. I like to hold the chain as I go. Yarning over when you chain. All right, that should be 27. Let's take a look. Now chain 2 more chains. Single crochet in the 3rd chain or skip the first 2 stitches here. So single crochet. Now chain 1. Skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next. Chain 1. Skip the next stitch, single crochet. Chain 1. Continue that pattern all the way to the end. Skip, single crochet, chain 1. So when you're single crocheting, you want to yarn over, put your hook through the stitch, pull up a loop. When you single crochet, You want to put your hook through that stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have two, yarn over, go through both. I'm going to skip the next stitch, chain one. All right, now I'm getting to my last stitch. I'm going to single crochet here. Get that stitch. There we go. Single crochet. And now we're going to chain two. 1, 2, turn the work. Now we've created these chain one spaces. For the rest of the project, after your chain one, you single crochet in there. And at the end of each row, you'll chain two. So stay with me. I'm going to do a few more rows with you. I call this easy peasy type project. So let's go into that chain one space. Chain one, single crochet, chain one. I made these projects while I was sitting on the beach. Nice and relaxing. I could see myself doing this while I'm on the couch. I could even do this while, I see myself doing this even when maybe I'm on the computer listening to a book. All right. Single crochet in that space. Leave me a comment below. What do you see yourself doing this, or what else could you be doing at the same time? Single crochet, chain one. Just look for that opening. Okay, when you get to the end of the row, after you single crochet and chain one in the last space, we're going to single crochet at the top of the previous chain two. I'm just going to pick a spot here. Single crochet and now chain two. Turn your work. Now there you have your second row, which we're going to keep repeating until we get to a desired length. For this one, I did about 7 inches, so 7 by 7 square. So let's keep going. Single crochet in that chain one space. Chain one. Single crochet in the chain one space. Let's just look for those chain one spaces. Just remember the pattern is single crochet, chain one. And that really is the whole washcloth, which we can see we're starting to get those V's that are kind of offset. Looks kind of cool. Grab more yarn. Okay, chain one. so after the chain one space here, we're going to look for a spot here on the chain two. I'm going to grab this spot right here. It all evens out in the end. So single crochet there, now chain two. Always chain two at the end. All right, so we're going to keep that up. Let's do one more row together. Single crochet, chain one. Single crochet in the chain one space, chain one again. You can always slow down the video if you need to. Mm-hmm. All right, so remember, single crochet, chain one in the last space, and we're going to single crochet at the top of the chain two. Chain two again, and we're going to turn our work. Oops, get that hook back on there. So I'm going to make, put these side by side so you can see. I'm going to make several more rows until the piece measures about 7 inches or that it lines up like a square. So meet me when you have about a square, and you'll see on the video. Now my moss stitch washcloth is about 7 inches wide. And when I measured it, it's about 7.5. So I'm gonna just do one more row for you to see the moss stitch. So remember to chain two at the end, turn your work. Single crochet in the chain one space, single crochet, and then chain one. Single crochet, chain one, all the way to the end. One more chain space. Now single crochet at the top of the chain two. And I'm going to fasten off. Just pull right up. All right, that looks good to me. Now we're going to put a border of this sugars and cream on it. I already have some scrap here to use from another project. And I'm going to join the yarn at one of the sides, put a single crochet in each stitch on the sides, and put 3 on each corner. So insert your hook into any stitch, lay the yarn over the hook, pull it through, chain 1. I like to hold my yarn so I can weave it in as I go. Single crochet in that same stitch. Single crochet in the next. Where the chain 1 openings are, I'm just single crocheting in that chain 1 space and then going in the single crochet. Now we're going to put 3 here in the corner, right here. Hold on to that tail. 1, 2, 3. I'll put right there. Right here. Three here. Hold on to the tail. 1 here. I'm going to put 3 here. That's 2, 3. Okay, 3 here. Last stitch. We're going to join to the top of the first single crochet, push through both of those stitches, pull through, and slip stitch. Slip stitch is just pulling the hook under the previous stitch here. And we're going to fasten off by pulling up, give it a tug. All right, now we're going to trim some of these ends that we weaved in. We're going to weave in this end, and then we're all done. Washcloth is good for a gift. Put it with some soap, dish soap. This can be good as a washcloth or a dish rag. If you wanted to use it in the kitchen, it's great with grease and it doesn't stay on when you wash the next pan. There we have our washcloth. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. And we have a finished washcloth.